still not finished that. Hello, how are you doing? You're now live streaming. So, I need to cauliflower. I think I'm going to do crushed potatoes. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah? With the skins? Yeah? Because they're good for you. Yes?
The ring mean tickle. You know I get ticklish.
I beg your pardon? We have a cauliflower.
Yummy, yummy, yummy cauliflower. Yes, it has gone really dark.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's your cauliflower.
That's my cauliflower.
Yes. What a cut off it.
Ow!
Don't you be small, you know it's fitting you.
Oh my god.
Grim. Oh, broccoli. Oh, dear. Where is my husband now? Where the fuck is he? So got me fucking stuff out of it. What?
Midsummer Madness.
Miss Simpson. Have a very good afternoon.
Afternoon, Miss Simpson. Hello, Anna.
Sneaking off, are you, Emily?
I wouldn't call it sneaking, Lucy. Anyway, who's talking? You've been out all day.
I'm not going to tell you where.
You didn't find it.
Nope.
You'll be buying me tea this year, my dear. You wait and see.
Chance would be a fine thing.
All the shit out of that now.
Third coral root.
Cook some other veg. I'll just put some other mixed veg with it, eh?
Mhm.
Oh, I wish I could have got them green beans, but they just don't sell them anymore. Need to find your wheel, and then it'll be really good.
Out you go.
I'm so sorry. You see, I didn't know who to call. Yes. You've been most helpful. Thank you. Good evening. I'd like a number in Brighton, please. Hello, what number is it required?
It's Friday night, in October of 1993.
Hmm.
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
Welcome to the renowned Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. Many of America's most famous comedians got their start at this popular club. But some people say that on certain nights, you're likely to catch a very different kind of show. One guaranteed to create a lot more chills than chuckles. Is a Comedy Store truly haunted from the basement to the rafters? Tonight we've come to the legendary night spot to see for ourselves. Join me for this ghostly profile, as well as these intriguing mysteries. Keith Horn was a young man with everything to live for. So when the police announced that his sudden, shocking death was a suicide, Keith's family began their own investigation. Today, eyewitness testimony and questionable evidence has left them more convinced than ever that Keith was murdered. When she was just 16, Wendy Radcliffe found herself all alone in a moment of terrible crisis. But in the midst of Wendy's tragedy, a kindly stranger stepped forward to comfort and console her. Perhaps someone watching tonight knows the identity of Wendy's unknown Good Samaritan. Also, Keely Shea Smith joins us from the phone center with a poignant update. See how your calls reunited Fritz Winken with a soldier who helped teach him the true meaning of Christmas. Stay with us for another fascinating hour of Unsolved Mysteries. If America's heartland is in the Midwest, its Funny Bone is here in Hollywood at a Sunset Strip nightclub called The Comedy Store. For more than 20 years, the club has played host to legendary comedians like Richard Pryor. Film and television stars Jim Carrey, Roseanne, Jay Leno, and Arsenio Hall each got their big break on delivering knockout punchlines to the club's delighted fans.
This here right here, no, that's Don King. Okay, where's the one I'm at? I'm pulling the thing.
But some say the best show takes center stage when the crowd goes home and there's hardly a living soul around. According to many employees, past and present, the Comedy Store's hallowed halls are haunted. Author Laurie Jacobson, who once worked here as a waitress, collected the stories for a book about ghosts in Hollywood.
This place is haunted from the basement to the rafters. When I was a waitress here, the waitresses would have to set up the showroom by putting tablecloths on the table, and we would put an ashtray on every table, and we would set up an hour before the customers were due to arrive. On occasion, girls would set up the room, leave for a moment, come back, and everything would be put back. The tablecloths would be refolded and stacked. The ashtrays would be stacked. And we all knew exactly what we were dealing with here. That what was happening in those rooms, being set and unset, was being done by ghosts.
It wasn't a figment of my imagination. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't high. I didn't get hit in the head with something. And, you know, it's easy to know once you've seen it, you believe it.
When he was just starting out, Joey Gaynor worked as a doorman at the Comedy Store. Most nights he was the last one out of the building, or so he thought.
It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's out. I'm locking up, and I go into the original room and get my coat, and there were 2 candles lit on the table. I blew them out. Turned around, and they were lit again. Went back over, and I said, man, I blew them out again. I said, well, maybe they stayed a little lit when I blew them out. And I started to go down the stairs, and it was freezing all of a sudden in there, and I turned around, and candles were lit again. So I said, okay, stay lit, goodbye. And I didn't want to hang around to find out why.
It seems the Comedy Store spirits just love to play games with Joey Gaynor.
One night, I was going to shut the lights in the building. Takes 4 seconds, 5 seconds tops. Walk back out. Chairs, all these chairs are just piled in the middle of the aisle, piled up. And I never heard anything. Nobody could have come in and done that in 5 seconds. Even if it had been 10 seconds. If you compile 8, 10 chairs in that amount of time, you should be in Vegas. That's pretty amazing.
Born and raised in Georgia, and I fought in Vietnam. That's why I was punished for the same thing twice.
Like Joey Gaynor, comedian Blake Clark served a tour of duty as a Comedy Store doorman. Blake says he, too, was a target of the club's disembodied pranksters.
I was a person who did not believe in ghosts. Absolutely, unequivocally, undeniably did not believe in any sort of paranormal manifestation. Until I started working here. I was coming in to lock up the main room, and heard a noise. It was moving just slow, like somebody was just kind of dragging it across the stage, except there was no one there.
Cold.
I'm not a scientist, but it wasn't an earthquake. It wasn't wind. It wasn't a person. It was some supernatural or as yet unexplained force. Let's get the chairs up, okay?
Blake claims he also witnessed one of Joey Gaynor's misadventures with the supernatural.
A lot of strange stuff going on in this place this week.
Just quit antagonizing them, Jim.
What, when I do this? Hey, come on out. Come on, ghost. Show yourself. Come on, where are you?
I saw this ashtray just go across the room and burst onto the wall. And so Joey said, what was that? What, did you throw that at me? And I went, no, it came from over there.
It was like zoom, To see it come up and take off is what was scary.
I was always skeptical because we're talking about comedians telling stories. However, I did see it. There's no doubt.
Michael Becker currently handles a Comedy Store's business affairs. It took less than 5 minutes to turn him into a believer.
Definitely.
Yeah, 9 o'clock, MC spot.
Becker says the phantom he saw dropped by in broad daylight, in the middle of an important call, no less.
Yeah, hi, it's Mike Becker. As I was standing there, I saw someone with a kind of a tweed 40s jacket just walk right into my office. Get that guy in my office. Can you hold it, please? Thanks. Who was that guy?
What guy?
The guy that just came in here. There was nobody there except the guy that was on the phone originally. Nobody came in here. And to top it off, the guy that was on the phone didn't see anything.
Thanks.
So it was not a guy, but it was something that walked in my office.
That something has been prowling the premises for decades, or so they say. Long before the Comedy Store moved in, these walls were home to the nightclub Ciro's. In the 1940s and 50s, Ciro's was a splashy, flashy playground of movie stars like Tyrone Power, Betty Davis, and Lucille Ball.
Ciro's was the most popular nightclub in Hollywood. And when a club is that popular, the mob is often involved.
Mickey Cohen was the most notorious of the club's gangland regulars. It has long been rumored that a few unfortunate souls who had run-ins with Cohen ended up as ghosts at Ciro's.
It kind of all fits together that something happened back in the 40s perhaps, because it's never like a hippie-looking guy, or it's never somebody from the 80s or anything like that. The clothing is always 40s. Every time I've ever heard a story.
Once you rule out all the prosaic, logical explanations, such as a hoax, the fraud, misinterpretation of natural events, seismic, transients, electrical transients, you're left with something that is totally inexplicable in terms of modern science.
Modern science would have conniptions trying to explain what Blake Clark claims he and a co-worker saw late one night.
What the? You see? Yeah. We looked back and saw the gate, and it just started bending out into the hallway. They're making that kind of noise. And as I was looking at it, I thought, this is certainly approaching the boundary of physical possibility that something can do that.
Most of the ghosts at the Comedy Store are not dangerous at all. But there is something in the basement that is very terrifying. And you'll have a hard time convincing people to go down there, at least alone.
It was a challenge tailor-made for Blake Clark and Joey Gaynor. One time, and one time only, they braved an after-hours visit to the forbidden clutter of the Comedy Store basement.
Hey, look at this, Joey. It's a checkbook.
My anything there for me? Hey, what do you want? What do you want? Just stay back. Just stay back. What do you want? It had no features at all. It just moved, and it started to snake upwards and down towards us.
Spirit, demon, whatever. Whatever was down there in that basement, I just don't like it.
What do you want?
Apparently, the feeling was mutual. For sheer speed, Blake and Joey's sprint from the basement has yet to be equaled. A funny thing happened to the comedian of the Comedy Store. When a ghost story begins like that, you're inclined to take it with a grain of salt. But what of the waitresses and employees who have little to gain by telling tall tales? So far, Laurie Jacobson has documented 50 mysterious episodes here at the Comedy Store. Perhaps you should make it 51. Next, during a time of tragic sorrow, a young girl finds comfort in the arms of an unknown Good Samaritan. And later, a joyous reunion rekindles the spirit of a remarkable wartime Christmas. It was a friendship that reached across the generations. 16-year-old Wendy Radcliffe, weathering her parents' stormy divorce, found a best friend and confidant in her grandmother, Bernice Gardner.
There was really unconditional love between us, and she accepted me. It was total acceptance. To spend time with my grandmother was safety. It was kind of like my safety net. Whenever I had problems at home, I went and stayed with her.
How are things with your mom and stepdad?
In 1984, Wendy and her grandmother spent Christmas vacation together in Oregon. On December 30th, they headed back home to Southern California.
Uh-oh. What's wrong? Light just came on. I think we better pull over.
No one could have foreseen that the minor car problem would trigger a catastrophic series of events. Within hours, Wendy would find herself all alone, facing unbearable sorrow. More than a decade later, Wendy still wants to thank the total stranger who unexpectedly appeared at her side that tragic night in December of 1984.
Okay.
The car repair had derailed Wendy and Bernice's plan to drive home in one day. Wendy called her mother from Modesto, California, to say she and her grandmother would be staying over.
That's it. Hungry?
I'm starving.
Place across the street used to be pretty good. Want to go try it again?
Okay, sure.
Come on.
Then we headed out to walk across the street to the restaurant. And I was ahead of her, and I just kind of ran out into traffic and went across the street, and she decided to wait. The feeling was just pure horror. I can't describe it any better than that. It was just to see her and to see her looking at me when it happened. It was just pure horror.
Wendy charged into the restaurant, screaming for help. By the time she returned to her grandmother's side, a small crowd had gathered.
And there was a man there, and he kind of pushed me away.
Wake up! Let go of me! This is my grandmother!
I got the impression that he didn't know who I was. He didn't know that we were related, that he just thought that I was a bystander.
No!
As Wendy watched helplessly, a stranger stepped from the crowd.
This woman just grabbed me and held me and told me it was okay to cry, and tried to tell me everything was going to be okay and, you know, comfort me. She was there. I mean, she reached out to somebody she didn't know and tried to help.
At the hospital, Bernice was rushed to surgery. Wendy was alone again, adrift in a living nightmare. Then, out of the blue, a stranger appeared once more.
Hi. How are you doing?
I was very surprised to see her. You know, you just kind of expect people to go on about their life.
What are you doing here? Well, I couldn't stand to think about you here all night in this hospital all alone. Have you gotten in touch with your family?
Yeah, they're on their way.
Well, how about if I stay with you?
She knew I didn't have any family there, and so she wanted to be with me so that I had somebody there, somebody that I could look to.
Miss, you can go up and see your grandmother now.
Is she gonna be okay?
She's stable. The doctor will explain everything.
At last, the ordeal seemed to be ending.
I was excited, you know. I thought that I was going to get to see my grandmother. grandmother.
Completed it.
She was alive and
Completed it.
Okay.
doing okay.
Doctor,
You can.
can you tell me which room is Bernice Gardner's? The nurse said we could come in and see.
It's a good game that was.
Are you family?
Yes, I'm a granddaughter.
I played through the first one again.
I don't know what they told you downstairs, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed.
And then the lecture, the speech, the one you never want to hear in your life.
Hiya, kitty. Oh, it's that time, innit? Make your dinner. Yeah.
I just fell apart.
I'm sorry, we did everything we could. I'm very sorry.
There must be some mistake. Oh, the nurse said she was stable. I know she did. I know.
I cried, and she held me. From that point on, I don't really remember much.
The unknown woman stayed until Wendy's family began to arrive. Then, without a word, she slipped away.
I've looked back on it so many times, and I see over and over and over again how important it was that she was there. Because if she hadn't have been there, I probably would have totally fallen apart.
Today, a decade later, Wendy is a happily married mother of 3. But since that night, she has felt a debt of gratitude to the gentle stranger who extended a helping hand.
It was a real turning point
Oh,
for
wow.
me.
Shit, all.
She helped me to become a person who can be there for somebody else.
Excuse
I
me.
wanted to know that. It means a lot to me to find her. To let her know that one person made a difference.
When we return, in 1944, a German boy and an American GI shared an unforgettable Christmas dinner. Some 50 years later, our viewers helped reunite them. Tonight we have a heartwarming update to one of our most poignant lost love cases. Perhaps you remember the story. December 1944. Some of the most savage fighting of the Second World War took place in Belgium's Ardennes forest. Thousands of American and German soldiers would lose their lives in the infamous Battle of the Bulge. Christmas Eve brought no end to the carnage. In an isolated camp within years of the fighting, a young German boy named Fritz Winken and his mother tried to make the best of the holiday.
Papa?
My mother blew out the candle and went to the door, and I went with her. She opened the door, and there were these soldiers.
We're Americans, and we're lost. And our friend's been shot.
Fritz's mother knew that harboring the enemy was punishable by death, but it was Christmas, and she was willing to take the risk. The GIs had just begun to relax in anticipation of an unexpected holiday meal when there was a knock at the door.
We thought automatically this must be more Americans. And I went to the door and opened the door. And there were 4 German soldiers.
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
Sie können auch mit uns zu
No one could have foreseen what happened next. In a remarkable display of courage and compassion, Fritz's mother bid the Germans welcome, provided they leave their weapons at the door.
Tut, was sie sagt.
That night, hostilities ceased in at least one corner of the forest. American and German soldiers sat down together to honor the Christmas spirit.
By the time they were all crying. Not profusely, but the tears were rolling, you know, even the German sergeant. I was very surprised. And then we ate, and the tears disappeared. But from then on, there was a feeling of friendship that permeated the whole room. It was wonderful. I never forget.
Fritz never did forget the lessons he learned that night, and he never stopped hoping that he would someday be reunited with one of the American GIs. Against all odds, it was a dream that came true. Here's Keeley to tell you how it happened.
Bob, after our most recent broadcast of Fritz's story, a man named Eldridge Ward called our phone center. He's a volunteer chaplain at a nursing home in Frederick, Maryland. Eldridge recognized the story as one often recounted by an elderly resident named Ralph Blank. We did a little research and found out that in 1944, Ralph Blank had in fact been a sergeant serving with the U.S. Army in Belgium. Fritz immediately phoned Ralph, who confirmed that he was one of the soldiers who had celebrated Christmas with Fritz and his mother.
Ralph was completely unaware that we had looked for him. So right away, I asked him whether he remembered me from that night in the Ardennes. Oh yes, I remember you. He said, you must be Fritz.
On January 19, 1996, Fritz flew to Maryland to meet his long-lost friend, who is now 76 years old and in fragile health.
I was very excited. I could hardly wait.
That's right. Fritz, but 50 years ago, what? I'm glad to see you.
I just had to look at his eyes, and I knew this is him. And he recognized me apparently, even though we changed so much in that time. But it was a great experience.
Well, I changed any. Well, I never thought I'd ever see Fritz again when I left Germany. Today is a special day for me.
The emotional reunion took place just a day after another exciting event, Ralph Blank's 50th wedding anniversary. To cap the joyous celebration, his daughter-in-law fixed the same meal Fritz's mother had served some 52 years ago, a hearty bowl of chicken soup.
I can only tell you it was the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, something I had given up all hope to experience.
Fritz Winken and Ralph Blank, proof that true friendship and brotherhood can endure time, distance, and the ravages of war.
Pistol, you remember?
Yeah.
I gave it to your mother.
That's right. Oh, she took it from you.
She still got my pistol.
Tonight, an urgent appeal to police departments across the country. For nearly a decade, a cunning serial rapist has prowled Buffalo, New York, and his suburbs. Local detectives now fear that the suspect may be targeting women outside the state. Perhaps investigators in other areas can help put an end to the growing list of victims.
I was 17 years old, and I was walking to summer school. I was running a little bit late for school, so I decided to cut through the pass. And I was almost at the end of the path, and I heard something behind me.
Hi, how you doing?
And I didn't think anything of it, so I turned around and I kept walking. You know, I mean, he didn't look like someone I had to fear. He looked like a normal, everyday guy.
Shut up! Don't look at my face.
He started dragging me back into the woods, and then he started strangling me. And then I thought, that's it, I was gonna die. I really thought I'd never see any of my family again. And when he was finished, I asked him what's gonna happen, and he told me, he said nothing. He almost sounded sorry. And then he left.
The reign of terror had only begun. In June of 1988, the rapist was lying in wait as a 16-year-old girl walked to school along an isolated railroad track. Once again, the assailant would double wrap a rope around his victim's neck and tape her eyes shut.
Almost a year later, in May of 1989, Another young girl was using this as a shortcut on her way to school. The same individual passed her and immediately afterwards double wrapped a rope around her neck, gained control of her, and took her to the bush area behind me. He forced her to place tape over her eyes, he bound her, and sexually assaulted her.
Now there were 4. 2 of the women said the rapist had worn a blue baseball cap. Each victim described a short, stocky, mustachioed man in his mid-30s. 4 months passed. Then a 5th attack. A woman, alone in a secluded place, early morning.
He placed a rope around her neck. He wrapped it twice. She described him as a very powerful man. He lifted her over this fence and took her into the wooded area over here, where he bound her hands behind her back and he placed surgical tape over her eyes, and at that point he raped her.
5'5" to 5'8", stocky build, black hair, black mustache, white, possibly Hispanic. It was a rapist, and he would savage 2 more victims in Amherst.
32-year-old female was using this path early in the morning for exercise. As she got to this point right here, a rope was placed around her neck and she was immediately rendered unconscious. She was then dragged into these woods up this way, which we think was a pre-selected site.
The woman was found 1 hour later, still unconscious. Double wrap marks on her neck told police who they were dealing with. But this time was different. This time he had nearly killed his victim. The 22-year-old Linda Yalem was a student at the State University of Buffalo when she crossed paths with a rapist. Linda was a 7th known victim. She would be the first to die. Linda Yalem was left in the woods, her mouth and nose wrapped tight with duct tape.
It was premeditated murder. He planned on killing her when he grabbed her that day. Once he put that tape over her nose and her mouth, there was no chance for survival.
An unexpected lull followed. 2, 3, 4 years. Authorities wondered, had the suspect moved, gone to prison, or even perhaps died? Then in October of 1994, a 14-year-old girl was raped in Buffalo, New York. He was back.
This guy strikes so infrequently. He's very hard to profile. Very, very difficult. He's either got tremendous self-control, or else he's hitting in other parts of the country that we're not aware of.
Hi, Nicole, my sister.
In a moment, the mysterious case of Keith Warren. Did a killer cleverly arrange Keith's death scene to make it look like suicide? The 911 call came in just before 2 p.m. on July 31st, 1986. A mother's quiet world was about to be shattered. Her only son was dead. Keith Warren was just 1 month from starting college. He had lived with his sister and mother since his parents' divorce when he was 10. By all accounts, a well-liked and dependable young man, Keith seemed destined for a promising future. Instead, he had come to an untimely end.
Oh, hiya, Scratch Master.
Behind his family's townhouse. He was hanging by the neck from a small tree that was bent double with his weight.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. That's awesome. That's pretty. Me like it a lot. Higher and see. I like it a lot. Stang. I could have done my garden. But it's been raining non-stop and it's very stormy. And Gary had to go out to the shop. Mental. I like it, NC. I like it a lot. What you did. That is awesome. Fabulous job. No, no. Autumn is arrived. And yes, I did see it. I want to show him in a sec when he comes down. He'll be down in a bit.
On my way, darling. Alright, see. Hi, Nicole. What's he sent now? Ooh, what's this? What's he done? Oh, right, he's been doing all that. Oh, with the wheelbarrow tipped over, like the flowers are flowing out of the thingy like a water, like a river. That's cool.
I like that a lot.
That's nice, I'd say.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Creative.
Very, very creative, yes. Hooray! I found that piece that I've been looking for ages.
Yeah. Day 3 of losing. Your go. Ticket 168.
Alright, okay.
We could see it. No, I mean, you're going to have to scratch your beer. Good luck, my dear. Another day of losing.
100. 5. 10. 5. 1. 1. 1.
Only won £1. That means mine will be a loser.
That's £2.
What is? Why is it blue?
Yeah.
Well, you won £2.
And the crossed fingers for the bonus. And it's a bank.
That means I'll lose then.
I got £2.
My goal. Ticket 169. That wheelbarrow was a grandma's and I restored it, then did that with it. The wheelbarrow's over. Wow.
Wow. I'm 40 years old. That's amazing.
50 quid, no chance. 50 quid, no chance. 100 quid, whatever. 100, 1,000, 1, 10,000, 100,000, And 1. Yeah, that's because yours was a winner. What am I looking for? Cross fingers. Got no chance. Okay, now that was far enough down. Ours. I lose. But you won £2.
I won it back. Well, sort of.
Yeah.
Won some of it back.
We'll get another 2 for tomorrow then. That'll be day 4. Well done, man. You've won.
You see how excited I was?
I know.
I wasn't that excited.
Yeah, it's nice, that is. When you've done that.
Yeah, I really like it. There it is.
Yeah, does look brand new.
Sure does.
Excuse me. At least I completed that fucking game. Starting to do me head in. There it was. Blue one. Double. Wow, £2.
Okay, so the middle bit is now connected to this part here, but I'm yet to find a puzzle piece for the edging, but that'll probably turn up one way or another.
Yeah, I get number 2 tomorrow. Bit more fun.
And that's how excited I get.
I know. I just expect to lose. Don't bother. Did you eat your treat what I bought you?
Not yet.
I bought some penguins. British cream chocolate sundae. Oh, you want a treat or something? Because you don't have anything anymore.
No.
So I got one of these. British cream chocolate sundae. All the chocolate in it. Ooh. Dead little. £1.80 for that little pot. Well, you're not having out for ages, so I thought, fuck it. It's alright.
Let me treat myself. treat me. I don't ask for anything. I don't pick anything up. Obviously,
I was tempted to get some sausage rolls. But it's a chocolate sundae with fresh British cream. A chocolate sundae.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Why does your sound so lagged? Why does your microphone sound so lagged?
I don't know.
There, and now you've gone offline. What the fuck? What the fuck happened there?
No idea.
But look at what's your microphone.
There.
Where? No, watch it on there. Look. The bar there.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey?
Let me have a look, as long as you guys can hear me, okay? You hear me? Oh, good. Woohoo! Okay. So I don't... Yeah, it's just a delay from that, that's all.
Alright. We hear you. We also see you. Right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a chocolate sundae with fresh British cream. Well, hello. What's the matter? Yeah. Hello. Well.
I woke up freaking out.
Yeah, you woke up freaking out because of what I did to you.
What did you do to me?
She always sleeps with her hands like this. So she was asleep with her hands like that. If she does that near her face, she sleeps like that. Do you know what I did this morning? I went like that on her hand and I went... She fucking freaked out and totally woke up. And she's like, what the fuck? You shouldn't have your hands like that. Because I just went like that and went... And she went...
When you're freaking asleep and freaking doing that, and no doubt I will be freaking out.
Steak, corn on the cob and salad. I'm doing griddled pork loins with honey and mustard sauce and crushed baby new potatoes with butter and fresh cauliflower and mixed veg. What do you mean?
Yeah, I thought NC would laugh at that.
You just like, because you lay with your face, and you lay with your face with your hand like that, and I just thought, hey, up. He said, oh. Yeah, she woke up freaked. She's like, oh, what are you doing?
No, you don't expect that when you freaking wake up straight away.
What are you doing?
But I would have used my penis. That blame him, not me. I was freaking.
Some Vickies? I know I've got you. Got street Vickies. And some of them. Some street Vickies.
I'll shut up now.
Yeah. There you go. Some of them. Nice. I think that's what she thought it was, NC. And that's why she freaked out. But I didn't even put it in. I just like, only put the tip in my finger, like that. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
Mind you, I have been having bad nightmares these past few weeks.
What, about giving hand jobs?
No. No. No.
Fucking hell.
Oh, wait to wake up. Bleeding neck.
It's worse at night when you're snoring, but I know how to fix that. I just
It does that.
I
It
grab,
does this.
I grab hold of her nose and close her nose off. Then she's like,
You're a
fucking
dick.
stop snoring.
You're the one that snores too. He snores too, you know.
She was dreaming she was skiing.
Yeah.
Doing that. Oh. Look, you see my shadow doing it. Oh! If it was NC, I'd be doing it like that.
Oh, freaking hell.
Oh dear. I'm supposed to be fucking drilling holes in that case. Instead of down here fucking wank skiing.
Getting really dark early now.
Oh, it is. Getting dark early.
Autumn is here.
You know, when clouds are moving fast. Shit, man, I got piss wet through and blown to buggery. It was like fucking 50-mile-an-hour winds out there. Going to shop for that. Maybe I had a sec. In back. There you go. Right, suppose we better drill these holes. Can't be arsed. It's got to be done though. Where did we get sliced green beans from last time? Tesco, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See if we got them in there. Missed them. Oh god, I've had that fucking chicken up in all shit. That last batch. Oh, yeah. Where's me bag?
Oh my god.
Chicken gyros. 6 different types of chicken we've done for wraps. Hey?
Awesome.
We've got six different lots of chicken for wraps. Ow! Oh, I wonder why my toes hurt. They dropped a full bottle of pop on it.
Being as clumsy as you are.
I don't know. Still not found that frigging wheel yet.
Yay, my favourite. One of my, obviously, my top 5. Well, top 10, I'm guessing. Boyzone is the top 5. My favourite boy band group. It's coming back. Yay. They're reuniting, so that's cool. Bring the fantasy. right, I'm gonna call it now, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will be live later on, so I will see you guys then. Lots of love to you all. Take care, everybody. Bye.